Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Next Step Espresso, your daily shot of fitness. We are on episode 450. There, for those of you who are tracking calories and using MyFitnessPal, there is a method on there where they work out your exercise calories and add them back into your food for the day. Now, a question I get quite a lot is, should you eat back those calories that you've burned? And the answer depends on how you've set up MyFitnessPal in the first place. So I'm sorry that that might not be the definitive answer that you're looking for. Some people say no, some people say yes, but it does depend on how you've set up the app and how you've worked out your initial calories. So remember, any way that you work out your initial calories is just a ballpark figure. It's just an estimate. Any equation is going to get you somewhere nearby. The beauty is in the consistency and then the adjustment should you not be getting the results that you want to be getting. So when you set up MyFitnessPal and they ask you for your activity per day, a lot of people, because it says, hey, if you're lightly active, that's a couple of exercises a week, or if you're very active, that's a few workouts a week. That's how they put it in. But then MyFitnessPal adds the exercise in on top. And this is where there can be a flaw in the app system and a flaw then in what you're following. Because if you think, right, well, I do a few workouts a week and therefore I'm lightly active, they give you your calorie target based on the amount of weight that you'd like to sort of lose per week, which we talked about in Friday's flat white episode. So go ahead and listen to it. You're then left thinking, well, you've got a calorie targets that they're based on your average activity a week. It's adding exercise calories in on top. This is where you're going to trip yourselves up. So if you've set up the app based on your activity, including your average amount of workouts per week, you shouldn't eat the exercise calories back. And you can turn that off if you go to your MyFitnessPal settings and just find where exercise calories are taken off and toggle that thing off. Now, if you've not used MyFitnessPal before and you're listening to this and you've not set it up before, when you look at your activity and it says, how active are you? Think whether you're going to want to add exercise calories back in or not. Because if you are, my advice would be to think about your daily activity when it asks for your activity levels. So are you sedentary at work? Do you sit all day? Or are you on feet a bit of the time at work? Or are you on your feet a lot of the time at work? And that can give you a different activity metric. And then when you do your exercise, it will give you an idea, again, just an estimate of the amount of calories you've burned. And then it's up to you whether you want to factor that in to your day or not. There are some benefits in that method because you see how you are differently active on different days, different amounts of steps or a different type of workout, a different length of workout, or a different intensity of workout. But that therefore is just one method you can go down. The key is obviously to be consistent and then adjust your progress, adjust your calories, based on the progress you may or may not be making. Now, one of my preferred ways to make this work is to set in your own calorie number into MyFitnessPal. So use something like Kevin Hall's bodyweight planner, which the link is in this episode notes. From there, you can then put that into MyFitnessPal and use that as a metric instead. If you wanted to then look at exercise calories, you absolutely can do, but your activity is based off of your daily activity through work outside of exercise, and then the exercise calories are added in on top. So should you eat back exercise calories? It completely depends on whether you've included them in your initial calculations or not. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Next Step Espresso. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do share it with someone who you might find it useful. And don't forget, you can download one of our free resources using one of the links in these episodes. And then hopefully then we can start to help you on your goal to losing fat and actually keeping it off for good. Take care.